Joining me now live is Deputy Nationals Leader Perin Davey. Perin, thank you so much for joining us. Look, is this talkfest actually going to achieve anything?
Oh, highly unlikely that spending $500,000 Australian taxpayers' dollars to get everyone to Canberra is going to achieve anything more than could have been achieved via an all-encompassing caucus Zoom meeting that could have been arranged last year, last week, any time before now. You are absolutely right. Australians have been talking about the cost of living crisis for more than 12 months now. The opposition have been talking about it for more than 12 months now. It is absolutely beyond belief that the government hasn't been aware of it, hasn't been looking at it, and if they haven't, what the hell have they been doing? And if they have, why are they spending $500,000 of your money to get everyone together? Some cynical people might say it's because Albo needs an audience at his National Press Club address on Thursday.
Oh, well, I think that's a pretty good answer to that question, Perin. But look, you're right. It is a complete waste of taxpayers' dollars. $500,000 to bring every Labor MP over there in the middle of a cost of living crisis. The PM and the Treasurer, they already know what they're going to do here. Is this just a big stunt? Get the media there, get the cameras rolling and make it all look pretty?
Well, it's this Prime Minister finally realising that Australians aren't buying what he's selling, that he actually needs to be listening to Australians and taking action. But he doesn't know how to do that. So he's bringing everyone together to look like he's taking action when really he could have been providing solutions all the way along. Instead of being distracted on his $500 million voice campaign last year, he could have been looking at what could be done to increase productivity and to decrease inflationary pressures over the last 12 months. And then maybe we wouldn't be where we are today, needing a panic get-together in Canberra.
Well, what should the government be doing here to address this cost of living crisis? What are some of the tangible solutions right now for those who are really struggling?
Well, I know, and for people every day it's hard. Food prices are going up, power prices are going up. Energy prices, you remember the promise, $275 reduction, they're just going up. Everything seems to be going up. But what isn't going up is our productivity, and we're not reducing the pressures on inflation. The International Monetary Fund has warned that Australian government spending is too high, and that is increasing the inflationary pressures, which increases the pressure on the RBA to increase interest rates. The best thing we can do is look at how we can use our money more wisely to increase productivity, reduce government discretionary spending, and actually make sure that we are addressing the problems at the heart of where they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if this talkfest might actually take any of those into considerations. Before we let you go, Perin, I want to ask you about stage 3 tax cuts. Now, Chris O'Keefe on 2GB this afternoon is reporting that the Prime Minister is on the verge of actually overhauling stage 3 tax cuts. Now, he says that under the revamped proposal, all taxpayers will still receive a tax cut. However, those on over $180,000 will see their promised tax cut dramatically reduced. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, we weren't surprised. We knew this was going to happen. What do you have to say about it?
Well, yes, the Prime Minister's weasel words of the last week, where he wouldn't commit to the stage 3 tax cuts, were highly indicative that something was in the works. Obviously, we don't know what we haven't seen. We've heard the media reports, and so what we do know is the Prime Minister is doing a backflip on what he said was an ironclad election commitment. What we do know is that it is highly likely that Australians on $200,000 a year who are currently paying 30% of their income in taxes are likely to continue to spend almost 30% of their income on taxes, whereas people on the $45,000, which is where stage 3 tax cuts start, who are currently paying 13.4% of their wages in taxes, will see the reduction to about closer to 13%. We don't know what the increase to the tax-free threshold will be, which Mr O'Keefe was saying on his program on radio. We've got no idea, but that will apply to everyone. So everyone across the board, it doesn't matter how much you earn, will get that tax relief. But the reason why stage 3 tax cuts were designed the way they were was to address bracket creep. More and more Australians are paying more tax thanks to bracket creep, which would imply that the stage 3 tax cuts designed by the former coalition government are needed more now than ever before.
Look, absolutely, Perin, and we knew we couldn't trust the Prime Minister on this. He's been weasel words the last few weeks, and here we are, and we will look to confirm that one tomorrow. Perin Davey, thank you so much for joining us.